lot of commotion in the small village of Fort Edward as all of this went down overnight. And as Mark said, one man says he had a close encounter with Gregory Lewis. He says Lewis pulled a gun on him this morning before he was captured. Ben Amy spoke with that man and continues our team coverage of this story here in our studio. Ben, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Sabrina. Neighbors who live in the Edward Street area of Fort Edward say nothing like this has ever happened in their quiet neighborhood before, and that last night left them rattled.
We heard a car fly by the backyard, and you heard screeching tires and a big splash.
Neighbors say a quiet night on Edward Street in Fort Edward was shattered by a fugitive on the run. Police say Lewis came down Edward Street, went through this yard, and then went airborne over this hill, taking out part of a wall before going into the Hudson River. When neighbors came to help, that's when they say Lewis pulled a gun on them. Chris Deal went down to help Lewis and was met with a gun to his face. What was the first thing that ran through your head when that happened?
Get the hell away from the guy.
The neighbor tried to grab him and pull him out. That's when he pulled a gun and said, "Get back," and everybody kind of scattered. And then he took off through the woods.
He told me to back off, and he was going to jail.
One neighbor who didn't want to go on camera saw Lewis get captured by police.
He was 5 feet away from the police officer with the dog, and the officer didn't even see him. When the dog pulled real hard, that's when he realized he was on him and shined his flashlight and found him.
Deal says he didn't know what Lewis was wanted for, but if he had, it would have changed his reaction to the crash.
I wish I knew he was wanted for it before I went down there.
Now, police say the good news with all of this is that no one was injured when Lewis went speeding down the residential street. Reporting live in the studio, Ben Amy, News Channel 13. Ben.